Tony Flores, and I'm on Shop Talk with Bdiamond Leather.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
So tell us about your car.
So it's an 85 Cutlass Supreme. Picked it up about 4 years ago. Crazy story. Actually picked it up for $500. $500. My brother sent me a picture and he was like, "Hey, I found a Cutlass for you. I don't know if it runs. I don't know anything about it." He sent me one picture of the side of it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was gray at first. And I was like, "Oh, all right, let's go check it out. Let's see what, if the worst thing we can get it, part it out, whatever." But for $500, I'm not going to pass up on that.
That's a killer deal.
So, yeah, we go up, check it out. Guys pulled it out of the garage. It's got snow on it, this and that. I was like, all right, I like it. Does it run? He reaches in and starts it right up, and I'm like, I'll take it.
For $500, it
500
started
bucks.
up.
Oh yeah, I drove it home from Bountiful on the freeway, no problems at all.
500 bucks.
34,000 miles on it, original miles. But yeah, other than a little bit of work and stuff I put into it.
Little bit?
A little bit, but yeah. So recently just did the whole engine bay, did underneath the hood. Got to get all that looking pretty. So
Oh, hell yeah.
a lot of work went into here, a few months,
Yeah.
probably like 5 months altogether working on all this, trying to get it all ready for the Super Show.
Oh,
Few
that's right.
weekends
We just
ago.
had the
Yeah.
Lowrider Super Show here, huh?
Yeah, so, I was under the pressure, but I got it done. It's a good turnout, had fun. But yeah.
Yeah,
all
that looks
that's
really
done.
nice.
Yeah, a lot of work's been done, so it was a pain in the ass, but it was fun. All done right here in this garage. Everything was done here.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, so
That's the way it should be.
yeah, so everything's been built here.
Yep.
I did all the patterns recently, the pinstriping all here in the garage.
Who did the pinstriping?
Jeff Pierman, that's who it is. Yeah, so he did the pinstripe for me. I did all the patterns, did the leafing and stuff like that. He came in and pinstriped it for me.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, I like simple, so
Yeah.
we did a little simple, did some ghost patterns on the trunk.
And you sprayed all the patterns yourself?
Yep.
Oh,
did all
that's
the
rad.
patterns and everything here. Redid the whole setup. I did all that myself as well. So, it's not the best, but it's
clean.
It's nice. It's clean. I did
Yeah.
all the hard lines. Jason Savage helped me out with the hard lines, stuff like that. I've had a few other people help me out throughout the car, but most of it has been done by me in this garage. You should have seen this garage before. It was mess everywhere. Parts everywhere. Dust everywhere. Got it cleaned out, but yeah, and this is the final outcome of 4-year build
It's nice.
in the works. Original interior, haven't really messed with it very much besides the carpet kit.
Yeah.
A few gold parts here and there, but all original.
So if you need gold plating, he's done all the stuff on this.
Yeah, steering wheel, all
Yep.
the all the inside, the handles, the locks. I even did the rims actually. What's
Really?
crazy, I won't do rims, but I did the rims.
Oh, that's pretty
About
rad.
8 hours of rim.
No joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad though.
Spoke for spoke. I even did the gold lip here.
Yeah.
Did the cap, did everything like that on there. But
Well,
everyone's like,
and
"We do it."
you've also done some gold plating on the 𝐿 𝐞𝐚𝐬 for me too.
Yep. So yeah, I do a lot of, like I said, I do a lot of different custom stuff but yeah. But yeah, this is it.
This is just
fun of it.
It's me personally, I think it's one of the cleanest cars around. It's just clean.
Thank you. Yeah, and like I said, all the suspensions pretty much been redone. Frame's been done. I did the fender wells just recently.
Yep.
All new bumpers, all new chrome. Everything else been polished up. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of hours spent in this dang garage sweating my ass off.
Yep.
But it's done, and I love it, and I'm happy with the outcome of it.
Well, and I like my style is a lot like what you do. Just it's not necessarily simple, but it's just clean. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
I love the crazy as well.
I do as
but,
well.
Yeah, simple for me is just, I feel like that's where it catches a lot of people's eyes. It's simple, clean, and then you look at it from a different angle, and then you see the patterns, and you see the gold, and you see
Yep.
the chrome in the motor, and you see everything. And I mean, I've done a lot of work to where people don't really understand. These are actually off of a '87 Monte Carlo, the mirrors. The motor's out of a Chevy Monte Carlo as well. I've only had one person ever notice that, and it was an old man. He's like, "That's not the original motor for this car." And I was like, "Nope, it's not."
Huh.
305, rebuilt, had everything redone to it, but yeah, nobody's ever really noticed that except for him. So, true car guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, noticed it within seconds of looking at the car." He's like, "Yeah, it's not an original motor." He's like, "Yeah, you're the only one that's really noticed that."
He's probably had 500 350s or
Oh yeah.
305s.
Oh yeah.
So he knew the difference.
But yeah,
Now, what do you got hanging up on the wall?
so we got all my kids' lowrider bikes,
Okay.
from oldest to youngest.
Okay.
So, I mean, built over the years, bought a couple, you know, switched out parts, but this is my youngest daughter's. Hers is, you know, still kind of in the works. My son, we're going to redo this one this winter. My daughter, my older daughter, and then my 2 older boys. So,
I dig
trying to
it.
get them into the, you know, to stay in the lowrider culture.
Yeah.
To see the fun of it and taking the bikes to shows and, you know, winning awards and having fun and,
Yep.
you know, stuff like that.
Well, and
So-
I dig it how you have their little name plaques too by
Oh, yeah.
all of their bikes.
Every one of them has their plaques, and
Yeah.
so it's a little easy to, you know, oh, whose bike is this at the car show? Oh, there's a name right there. So
Yep.
yeah, they've all been built. The one I have in the picture over there, that one was actually mine. A lot of parts are on these bikes, but I've had that one since I was 11 years old.
No joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad. And you still have it?
Yeah, I still have the frame. It's up in the attic, but no.
Well, and another thing I know you do is these
Oh,
really
yeah.
detailed model cars.
Yep, been doing those for as long as I can remember. Me and my brothers, my nephew, we all do them. So, but yeah, over the years, kind of, you know, done all that. But that's all custom made and engraving and pumps and everything else inside those. But
I wish I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but like all of the radiator support and all the arms and all that, they're all engraved. Like he's somehow engraved that small.
yeah, so yeah, that's just, you know, over the years, just building. I have a lot more. A lot of them are at the shop and awards from over the years of, you know, model cars.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah, that's pretty rad.
yeah, so it's been, you know, been in my blood for a while.
I would
Now
say
I'm
so.
Trying to get the kids into it and show them that this is, you know, it's fun. You can have fun with it.
Yep.
Go out and meet new people and have fun with them and get to know new people.
I
Do
dig it.
everything we love.
So, what got you into cars? Well, and with that though, are you just into lowriders or all kinds of cars?
I'm into all kind of cars. I mean, if a car's built right and it looks good, then, you know, by all means, I love it. So, you know, my main thing is lowriders. I mean, I love hot rods. I love big lifted trucks, lower trucks. I love them all. So, but growing up, you know, my uncles all had cars, nice cars, you know, lifted trucks, mini trucks, Impalas, everything. And, you know, as you know, when I was younger, I was always shy, you know, asking for rides. I didn't, you know, anything like that. And, you know, one year we were up in Brigham City at Peach Days car show. I was probably about 8 or 9. My uncle, you know, we were getting ready to leave. My uncle has a 65 Impala convertible. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to ride back with me?" Never been in a car, never been, you know, and I was like, heck yes,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
I want to go, you know, convertible, top down, you know, back in the day, in the 90s, you had the 6x9s in the back, so I got the 6x9 in my lap, and, you know, and all I remember is, you know, him hitting hydraulics, driving from Brigham City, wind blowing, and just being like, I want one of these.
Well, and I
This-
bet at the
this is
time
what I
that was
want.
probably the time of your life.
Oh yeah, and it was just like, man, like I want this exact car, I want these rims, I want everything he has. And
Yep.
what's funny is the rims that I have on this car are the exact same rims he has on his car.
Oh hell yeah.
So rim
That's
and
rad.
tire, you know, they're a little bit different, obviously, but he, yeah, that was my inspiration right then and there was I want a lowrider. And, you know, from a young age, I was like, all right, what do I got to do? And, you know, from lowrider bikes to model cars, everything was just, you know, a step closer to getting to where I'm at now, to enjoying this, you know, building and seeing all the people loving what I'm doing. And, you know, like, it's just that feeling is, you know, I try to explain it to people. I'm like, it's an unexplainable feeling because it's, for some people, they don't understand it. But for me, I'm like, it was like a kid in a candy store, you know, being in a convertible lowrider and just, I don't even remember, you know, a lot of it, but I remember just cruising, had the song on. My uncle's favorite song was Rumors, if you know Rumors from back in the day.
Yep.
You know.
I could probably sing that whole song right now.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody from back then can, but that's what it was. And so, you know, so it was just, that's what got me.
Yep.
And after that, you know, being in a couple other lowriders and stuff like that, it was just, I was stuck. That was the beginning of it. Around 2000, I got into my first car club, Unique Reflections from Idaho Falls.
Okay.
Brought the chapter down here. You know, ever since then I was in there until we started Heavy Hitters. So I was, about 20 years I was in that.
Yep.
You know, from model cars to lowrider bikes to car. So, I mean, it's been a fun journey, you know, being in all this and, you know, enjoying it, having fun with it. But yeah, that's where I got started, and I'll never forget it. You know, I've always told people, like, you know, it's the same story. I tell my wife all the time, like, I'll never forget that day. Like, it was clear as day, the song, you know, just cruising.
Yep.
And I was excited as hell.
Well,
Ready
isn't
to
it
go.
rad though how certain things just stand out in your life that all of a sudden I mean, you're never going to forget that till the day you die.
Oh, no, never. And,
You know?
And that's what kids don't understand. Like, I try to keep my kids, you know, coming to shows and let's go cruising, let's go do this, let's, you know, Dad, hit the hydraulics. And, you know, when I first got this car, you know, the first thing I did was put rims on it.
Yep.
Put hydraulics in it, and, you know, we're out on a cruise, and I was like, all right, you guys hold on. You know, hit three-wheel for the first time, and my kids go flying. They're like, Dad, what the heck? I wasn't ready. And I'm like, well, you got to stay ready because, you know, anything. I'm hitting every corner, you know, and I was having fun. It was the first time having, like, hydraulics to where I could just play and do what I wanted. And they were like, we're not ready. We wasn't ready. And just scared. And, you know, but now they're like, Dad, hop it. Dad, do this. Dad, do that. And, you know, and I love it because it's like, this is what I want my kids to grow up to do. And,
Yes.
you know, and I have enough cars right now to build for them and do things with them. And, you know, the black car, the Rivian I have, my son's like, Dad, can we build that car? I'm like, if you really want it and that's something you want to do, let's build it. You know, let's get going on it. It don't need a lot of work. It's got a straight body. It's got nice interior. It's, you know, let's get it going. And, you know, he was just like, yeah, I really want to do it. Well, if you want to do it, I'll show you. I'll show you what I know, and, you know, we can start getting it built. But that's just, you know, I'm trying to pass that on to my kids and even other kids, you know, to see the enjoyment we have in these cars and, you know, and the fun that we have. And I mean, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong there. You're going to spend money. But, you know, this joy that you have, even just to get in your car and go for a ride, you know, a few blocks down the road and, like, you know, where are we going? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, throw some music on, some oldies, and let's go for a ride. And, you know, that's it. And I feel like sometimes that's just the best way to clear your mind. That's the best therapy. And, you know, get in the car and go. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody that owns a car, whether it's a lowrider or any other kind of car, they're going to tell you the exact same thing.
Yep.
So, you know, that's just where I'm at with it, and I love it. It's my, you know, it's my lifestyle.
Well, and some people don't realize that this really is, it's a lifestyle. It's not just a weekend hobby.
Oh, no.
This is everything we do.
Oh, yeah. They're all the time. Shows and, you know, everything else. And the kids, you know, they get tired, and the wife gets tired, and, you know, but they do it. They know that I love it. They know I enjoy being there. And
so you said you're in a car club?
Yeah.
What
heavy
club are you?
hitters, Heavy hitters, Ogden.
Okay.
That's what we call it. You know, we just kind of, just a bunch of, you know, I guess friends and family and other, you know, started that about, I think it was last year. So we've only been out a few years, but,
Okay.
you know, we're up to, I think, about 23 members and close to about 30 cars altogether. So
pretty good.
Pretty big car, you know,
Yeah.
big car club, you know, and we, you know.
So what are
Fun.
some of the qualifications to being heavy hitters?
I don't know. We haven't really recruited much.
Yeah.
You know, most of the people that we have brought in has been, you know, either family of family or, you know, whatever. So it's kind of, you know, that's just kind of how it's been. We kept it real tight just because, you know, sometimes you bring the wrong people in and that could be that sour apple that ruins a lot of things for people. And
Trust me, I understand that.
oh yeah, so, you know, we try to keep it pretty tight so that we don't have to worry about, you know, this, that, and whatever. But, you know, it's one, our biggest thing is clean white walls. Always is a
Clean
must.
white walls.
You have dirty white walls, you show up to a car show, you're doing push-ups on the spot. So that's one of the things is a must for our club is clean white walls. Not only just clean white walls, but a clean car, period.
Yeah.
You know, we like to present ourselves as, you know, a very clean club and, you know, very nice. You know, like I said, we got a lot of cars, so we try to present them with pride, I guess.
Yep.
You know, and that's one of our biggest things is make sure that our cars are always, you know, clean.
Yeah.
Clean, pretty, give them something to look at.
So if somebody was interested in being a part of heavy hitters, how do they get a hold of you guys?
So we have Instagram, Heavy Hitters Ogden,
Okay.
and then you know, Facebook. We do all that. Sorry, it's a little bouncy in here. But yeah, that's mostly our, you know, our social media. We do Heavy Hitters Tattoo Ogden
Okay.
as well. I own the tattoo shop, so I mean, there's plenty of ways to reach out to us,
Okay.
stuff like that. So it's just, you know, reach out. You do a nice, cool build, and I mean, it's gonna catch people's attention regardless of what it is.
Yep.
It could be, like you said, a van. It could be this. It could be a truck. It could be. I mean, I'm into them all, so
Yep.
I love everything about cars. I'm not the smartest with them, but I love to learn. Like I said, I've done everything myself. I didn't know how to paint, learned how to paint. Didn't know how to do a lot of this on my, you know, on the car. And I did it.
Yeah.
So if I could do it, I'm pretty sure anybody out there could do it.
That's how I figure it too.
Oh yeah. So don't hold yourself short. Just get it done. Get it done is the way I see it.
Well, let me ask you this. So, I mean, obviously, it's really apparent that cars are one of the things that make you happy, and you know, if you're getting your kids into bikes and stuff like that, family makes you happy too. But besides cars and family, what else makes Tony happy?
I'd probably say tattooing. I love being in the shop. I love tattooing. It's been a little busy, you know, building the car and everything, so I missed a lot of, you know, being in the shop, being around the guys and the girls and just having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely tattooing, you know, being with my kids, my wife, my baby, everything else is just, it's all, you know, 37 years later, it's all kind of come together and it's
Yep.
starting to just kind of settle for me. So
And that makes me think to myself too. So, in your 37 years, and you know, you talk about it's all starting to come together for you right now. What would you go back and tell your 9-year-old self?
I'd go back. I'd probably say, stop being so damn shy. I wish I wouldn't have been so shy to talk,
Yeah.
to voice, you know, myself and my opinions and everything like that. Stop being scared. You
Yeah.
know? I was always that. You know, I was gonna sit here in the corner. I'm gonna, you know, watch what everybody else is doing and just kind of, you know, sit. But I think now I'm starting to get, you know, being around tattooing and being around people, you have to talk.
You have to talk all day.
You have to do it. So, you know, now that I've gotten comfortable and I can go and I can meet new people, I can go to car shows and talk to people about cars.
Yep.
And get to know, you know, what they've done to their cars and this and you know, just I think that's the biggest thing. And you know, I've always had dreams. that was my biggest thing, is I had dreams of, owning this. This is one of my dreams. I've always wanted a green lowrider.
Yep.
And this shows, hard work will get you your dreams. And whether you have to build or buy it or whatever it is, I mean, whatever makes you happy, do it.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is I try to tell my kids, just do whatever it is you want to do, regardless of if somebody else doesn't like it or this person doesn't like it. Just do it.
You have to.
know?
Yeah. With that though, that's really good advice. And I always like to ask people on Shop Talk too, what advice would you give people that are watching this?
Don't give up. I mean, there's been plenty of times I wanted to give up, whether it was building the car, tattooing, life, it's don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people go through a lot of things. I mean, it's life. You've gone through things. I've gone through
Yep.
things. I think the biggest thing is, I always tell my kids, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Whatever it is you're trying to do, just keep doing it. Like I said, one of my biggest things was owning a tattoo shop.
Yep.
I own that. Owning a lowrider, I own that.
Yep.
And like I said, it wasn't easy. I mean, it's still not easy. Owning a business isn't easy. So
It's not.
But I try not to give up. I try to show the kids that, my kids, that it's, you work, and, at the end of the day, you have what you have to show for it.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest thing is, my dad's always told me, work hard for everything that you got. Work hard. I mean, whether it's the job or you're tattooing, do the best you can
Yep.
in everything that you do. And like I said, this car's not perfect, but I did my best to make it, presentable to everybody out there. And you're gonna find flaws. You're gonna find things that are, oh, look at this, look at that. But I built it to the best of my ability,
Yep.
not knowing how to do it at all. And like I said, there's
And that
been
says
plenty.
something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like you can ask my wife. She's like, man, she's like, you can't give up. You're this close. You're that close to being done. I was like, I know, but I'm just tired. I'm fed up.
Yep.
Something happened.
Yep.
Something's wrong. Something, this is not working. That's not working. Oh, I did this, But in the end of it, I made it. My goal is to be in the Super Show.
Yeah.
Another goal of mine. Boom, done. I didn't win anything, but I was still there. I, presented the car.
Yep.
And I mean, people loved it.
And I think too, cars usually, if you're putting your own effort into it, I mean, even if you're paying someone to do it, it's still an extension of who we are.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an extension of our personality, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I just think it's rad that you were there in general with your car and doing what you love doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if the 𝐿𝐄𝐞𝐚𝐬 wouldn't have gotten rear-ended in the hit and run, I was going to have the 𝐿𝐄𝐞𝐚𝐬 in there, because same thing. It wouldn't have won anything. I know it wouldn't have won anything, but it was just something that I wanted to
Oh, yeah.
be a part of. You know?
And that's what I try to explain to my kids. I'm like, oh, we didn't win anything, Dad. I'm like, it's not about always winning a trophy. And I'm like, yeah, I have, I've had my awards. I've had, my, stuff for the car, the bikes, everything.
Yep.
But I'm like, it's more than just a trophy.
So what keeps you motivated?
I don't.
Because you have a lot on your plate. You own your own business. You own a business, and you're having to tattoo and put out good work, or
Yeah.
people won't come back, right? You're building rad cars and bikes. You have a family. I mean, what keeps you motivated?
I guess before my parents were pastors, growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, a lot of it was hard to see me in the tattoo industry for my parents.
Yep. Yep.
And a lot of times, getting tattooed and being covered and my parents were like, why this, why that? But, after a while, my dad kind of started coming into it. He's like, I see the art in it. I see the love that you have for it. I see the passion behind everything that you do. So if you love it, I love it.
Yeah.
And that's always been with the cars, with everything that I did. He's like, man, everything you do, you have a passion for it.
Yep.
And it's like, I love that you do that. And, growing up, when, your parents tell you they're proud of you, like, man, that sticks. And, before my dad had passed, he would always call me, oh, that tattoo you did was beautiful.
Oh,
nice.
that's rad.
It looked good, you know? And so, like, every time I was doing something and he's seen it, he's like, oh, man, that's a good job. Like, you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. And it just stuck, and it kept sticking. And every time I, do something, whether it's the bikes or that's all I could hear is, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And we're coming to a close of Shop Talk. One of the things that I do for those that I'm interviewing is I call it rolling out the red carpet. Gives you an opportunity to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't matter if it's your club, your kids, any event you have going on, the shop, whatever you want to talk about. Time's yours.
Well, we got our second annual car show coming up next weekend, I believe, the 24th of August.
Okay.
So that's going to be pretty big. Also, tattoo shop. Anybody looking to get tattooed, we have an amazing artists there. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Heavy Hitters Tattoo Ogden. The car club, if you'd like to, see more cars, you'd like to, any interest in the club, that's also Facebook, Instagram, Heavy Hitters Ogden. Try to keep everything, similar. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you ain't doing nothing, come and join us. If you're in the Salt Lake area, I know they're doing a show as well. So whatever one you want to go to, I'm sure they're both going to be dope.
Yep, they will be. Well, and I can tell you guys right now, I'm one of the clients down at Heavy Hitters. They've done pretty much my whole gut area so far, and they do killer work down there. And getting to know these guys over the last, I don't know however many years, it's been a pleasure, like hanging out with them and meeting them. We've cruised together, we've done shows together, we've hung out together. I mean, we've done all kinds of things, and they're really good, solid people. Tony's one of those guys too that's just really good and solid. But with that being said, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to these videos. If you haven't hit the bell notification, make sure you do that. But I'm Byron. This is my friend Tony. You're on Shop Talk with Bdiamond Leather. Have a rad week, everybody.
Everything that happens is motivation.
A funny story is my brother had it, ordered it originally from Lowrider magazine around 94 or so. And my mom was getting ready to get him a car, and she's like, the only way I'm getting you his car is if you give your bike to him. And I was like, he was like, what? Pissed off and mad. He's like, what? So I was happy because I got a bike.
Oh,